time to make our way to that landmark of landmarks, that destination of all destinations in China, the Great Wall. Leaving Beijing, the quickest and easiest way to get to the Great Wall is to come here to Badaling. Just climb a few stairs, elbow your way past a few tourists, and you'll get your first glimpse.
Of course, this is one of the all-time iconic travel destinations, like the Great Pyramids in Egypt, but there's a reason for it.
The Great Wall is magnificent. There's no question about it. It's worth all the hype. Few things match its ability to take you back in time or awe you with its combination of human sacrifice and engineering. Steep steps and occasional 45-degree inclines will set your legs on fire, but making your way up to a guard tower is well worth it. The Great Wall at Badaling is beautiful, but also, frankly, touristy and artificial. Luckily, I'd heard that more authentic sections of the Great Wall were just a road trip away. How could I resist that? So we threw our schedule to the wind and plunged into a determined, adamant, single-minded quest to get away from the tourist dollars, carved replicas, and soda shops. Off we went on a hunch that the good stuff was ahead of us. The ride out of Beijing will bring you a slice of life you won't see in the capital. This is the Chinese countryside, and on this journey, you'll get an eyeful, a completely new vision of China. Let's face it, this is where traveling gets good, where you take a turn and your forward path goes interestingly off the rails. I've been to some of the great destinations of the world, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. But to tell the truth, often the best part is getting there, from cars to carts to horses. It's all about the journey. Putting one foot in front of the other, always a step closer to something you can't predict. Territory you've never experienced and people you've never met. Case in point, the He family. He. These folks occasionally allow the rare informed visitor to stay at their place en route on a secret path to the Great Wall. They'll give you a meal and a place to stay, as long as you don't mind sleeping like 10 to a bed.
我们家呢跟这儿住了有100多年吧，得100点，大概100年多一点。
And the trek begins just outside their front door. You can see the destination looming above the trees. But be ready for some exercise.
This is a really, really stunning and just completely gorgeous hike. It's really, really beautiful up here.
It's really a magnificent sight. When you get to the guard tower, more climbing on a rickety stack of unsecured bricks piled 30+ high. But then, payoff.
But once you get here, it is so worth the trip. This place is absolutely magnificent. It's the longest and best preserved section of the Great Wall, still in its original state.
Nowhere else in China can you see something like this. Miles of the Great Wall, untouched since it was built. It's also a rocky landscape, causing the guard towers to be placed closer together so they could warn each other in case of attack. Tirelessly manned night and day, now the towers are often overrun with trees.
Another absolutely amazing thing about this place is that almost nobody knows about it. This is where you come to see the Great Wall the way it used to be. If you can make the journey, chances are you're going to have the longest and best preserved section of the Great Wall pretty much to yourself.
The wall is the longest structure ever built by man. On the one hand, it's ancient, but then again, something this imposing and monumental speaks to you. I mean, what was the wall anyways? But a definition of borders, a shutting out of the enemy, protection. That was centuries ago. But how is that so different from our world now? Walking along this piece of human history, somehow it doesn't feel so distant. Hey, is this the way back to Beijing?